morning, Beeville. This is Cindy Clark from PAC-B TV. I'm here on this beautiful Friday morning with Olivia Miller and Buddy from the CNY Cat Coalition. Good morning, Olivia and Buddy. How are you today?
Good morning. We're doing great. Thank you for having us on.
Oh, of course. We love animals here. This is our community, just loves animals here.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, now who do we have here that's struggling to stay awake? Who is this?
I know. This is Buddy. Buddy was found on the side of the road by himself, dragging his front leg. A good Samaritan stopped to pick him up and get him some help. When I took him in, I did realize that his leg didn't look right, so got him in for x-rays, and we determined that he had a double dislocation and a break.
Oh. So, but he looks like he's doing very, very well.
He is doing very well. So despite that, I guess the silver lining is that he has no feeling in it, so it's really not slowing him down or hurting him right now. He will eventually need an amputation to be done. We're just waiting for him to get a little bit bigger so it's safer for him to undergo the procedure.
Okay. Now, how old would you say he is?
We estimate him to be about 9 weeks old right now. He is smaller than the average 9-week-old cat, but we don't know what kind of start he had, as a young kitten.
Well, he's got a great future now.
He sure
certainly does.
He's got a long road ahead of him.
I know, but
he's
he's
just great.
He seemed we've been watching him walk around here a little bit. He does, he favors that area, but it doesn't seem to affect him at all.
Not even
Obviously,
the
he's
slightest.
not affected if he's falling asleep here.
I know.
As long as he's with his mama, he's okay. He's all right. And with Buddy, it's a perfect example of the importance of groups like the CNY Cat Coalition, that they have a facility, they have a means to protect little animals like this, and he is just a little bitty teeny tiny guy. Mm-hmm. And if you didn't have these types of organizations, who knows what would have happened with this little guy.
Yeah.
And it was so wonderful of you to take him in. I know I've been involved with the Cat Coalition. I was sub-foster and for advice over the years. In fact, I'm sub-fostering Ms. Violet now, mm-hmm. that I kind of got information with through you. Mm-hmm. And it's a wonderful organization. I can say from personal experience, I wound up with a litter of kittens. We sub-fostered through the coalition. They all found safe, forever, wonderful homes. But it is an extremely important organization, sadly, very needed in this area. Now, give us a little background on the Cat Coalition, Olivia.
Sure.
Like when it started, why it started, who started, whatever you know about it. Let the public know about this.
The Cat Coalition was founded in 2002. We're one of the leading animal welfare organizations in the area. We're a 100% volunteer foster-based program. We all foster out of our own homes for cats and kittens in the area. We also offer low-cost spay-neuter programs and conduct trap, neuter, return programs as well to reduce the overpopulation of cats.
Well, you've been doing some very, very good work around this area. I know just recently you had a fundraiser mm-hmm. at W.T. Brew's here in Beeville.
Yes.
And the turnout was amazing.
Yeah.
I was amazed at the turnout there. Did you get any adoptions from that?
I believe we did, yeah. We had a great turnout there. It's definitely a community effort to keep these things going. Unfortunately, it just never seems to end. There's always more cats that need our help, so.
Now, do you think this year it's worse than past years?
It does seem to be worse now than I've ever seen it, at least. Kitten season is usually spring and summertime, but lately it seems like it just doesn't end. So we're all doing as much as we possibly can to get it under control.
Well, I know that you work very hard, and you also have, now don't you get involved with PetSmart too, and the
Yep.
Luna Cafe?
Yeah, so we actually have 3 storefront locations. There's a PetSmart in Fairmount, as well as Clay. so you can visit some of our adoptable cats there. And there's also Luna Cat Cafe in the city of Syracuse, where you can have some food and treats and also visit with more cats.
Oh, I was there. The food is pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it's a wonderful spot.
I did go there one time shortly after. Actually, I've been there a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice because you can have something to eat. Then you can go in and mix and mingle with the cats, if only to socialize, to help socialize them.
Yes.
And then hopefully they can get adopted.
Yeah.
It's a very unique idea.
It is a great opportunity for the cats.
It is. And I know, I've had cats my whole life. And, like I said, I think, like you, and when you agreed that this year seems to be worse as far as strays and drop-offs.
It's difficult to keep up with. An unspayed female cat can have up to 4 litters per year, anywhere from 4 to 10 kittens per litter. So as all those cats are born, if they don't get spayed and neutered, they just repopulate and the issue grows from there. So it's really, really important for people to get their animals fixed.
And you do offer good services as far as the spaying.
We do.
I mean, I know I had a cat that went to Cortland one time.
Mm-hmm.
We met at some real estate agency in Liverpool, and then they ship them down and bring them back, and you pick them back up. Now, what do you need? Just to have proof of a rabies shot before they can go, or they get their shots there?
They can get all their vaccines there as well. So all that information is on cnycatcoalition.org. People can fill out inquiries to get their cats fixed through the Cat Coalition. We partner with several low-cost clinics in the area who give us available dates, and we try and fit as many cats in there as we can.
Now, do you have a lot of fosters right now as far as people fostering cats?
We do. So we have, I think, a little over 50 registered fosters currently, and then they have some sub-fosters that they work with as well. I don't know exactly how many kittens we have in foster care right now, but I bet it's in the hundreds.
Oh, I would imagine. Mm-hmm. I would imagine. Like I said, I've got one I'm working with now, and I'm just thinking about all these other cats that are in situations like with me, and they need forever homes, or they, you have to decide if they can be placed, if they're feral, if they are barn cats, but it's a never-ending. It seems like a never-ending process here.
Yeah. It is, but for me, it helps to remember that we are making a difference. I look at all the cats that I've been able to adopt out so far this year, and for those cats, it's changed their world.
Of course it has. And I look at the cats like when I was sub-fostering, the homes they have now, and they're in heaven.
Yeah.
They probably live better than you and I do,
I know,
really,
right?
if the truth be known. And there's always a need, am I right? Always a need for fosters.
Yep.
And it's not it's a responsibility, but it's a rewarding responsibility.
It is,
I mean, you can help change the life of an animal. And if you love animals, what better? How much better does it get than that you can change some
so
animal's
rewarding.
life? It is.
It's
it
one
is
of the most
very
rewarding things
I
that I've
speak from
done.
experience. I just, I would like to do more, but at one point I had 5 of my own, and it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Then when I had the kittens come in, I wound up with like 10 cats.
Yeah.
So that was a rough time, I'll tell you. But
you made
rewarding.
it through. You did it, and you helped
I'm
them.
here.
Yes.
I'm here, and they all have wonderful homes, and everybody's fine and happy, and well taken care of. And our little guy here, our little buddy. Can you hold him up just a little bit, just so we can see him? I don't want to disturb him.
I'll interrupt his nap time. This is little buddy.
Isn't he the cutest little thing you ever saw? See his left front leg there, he's got some issues, but it doesn't seem to bother him a bit.
Nope, he can't feel it.
Oh, does he have extra toes too?
He does, yeah. So he'll actually have a little extra help with balancing when he's a tripod kitty.
It all seems to work out.
It does,
It
yeah.
really does.
Yeah, I have no doubts he'll do great, especially after his amputation. Right now, the leg just kind of gets in his way when he's playing, so.
But it doesn't slow him down when he's playing.
It doesn't slow him down at all.
Oh, good. He
keeps
gets
up
along with all the other cats.
Oh, yeah.
So he's being very well socialized as well.
Definitely.
He'll be fine.
He'll
be
be.
fine.
He's a lucky little kitty. I'm not
He
sure he
sure
knows
is.
it yet.
He probably never will, but he seems to be quite attached to you.
He is. He's very clingy. When I first took him in, I had him set up in a safe little crate for him to kind of rest and settle in, but he would not stop screaming and meowing unless I held him. So he might have some attachment and dependency.
Well, he
habits with him.
obviously didn't have his mama very long.
Yeah, we're not really sure what the story is with that because, like I said, there was no mom around, there was no other siblings in sight. So it was really like, I think the woman who found him was really in the right place at the right time
She was
to be
an
able to help
angel.
him. Yeah.
This was a karma, meant to be.
He is
meant
very
to be.
lucky.
Yes, he is. Now, how do you go about becoming a foster? If anybody out there is interested in becoming a foster or helping out with the organization, how do they do that?
You can apply to be a foster on the Cat Coalition's website. They'll have you fill out an application and contact you about kind of the steps to take. You go through a training program so that you understand the organization as a whole, what our goals are, what our requirements are, and most importantly, you kind of learn how to take care of these cats because there's so many different scenarios that they can come from, especially in the rescue aspect of things. But it truly is a great network of men and women who care about helping the animals.
Well, it is. My experience with it over the past several years, it's one of the best organizations around for cats. I mean, it's just fabulous.
And there's always stuff to learn too, which is so great. And everyone really seems to be willing to help each other.
I've seen that.
Give advice.
I've seen that. Whenever I've had questions, they were right there. Whenever you have a particular vet you go to, and I got all the information there. Took the animals, got them taken care of. You socialize them. You do the best you can to hopefully find them all homes, which I was fortunate enough to do. And then one time, with one litter I had to bottle feed them. That was an experience. And I was working full time at the time.
Goodness.
Luckily, I had some friends that came over to help bottle feed, and because Mama was sick.
Yeah.
But it all worked out. They all found homes, and that experience I will never regret.
Yeah.
That was something. That was such a unique experience doing that and watching them, knowing these little babies are depending on you. And the closest the bond you get. I'll tell you, when they went to their homes, I cried for days.
I know.
I did. I was a
hard.
basket case to let them go, because you go through right from birth to when they're able to be adopted out at 8-10 weeks. That's a long time to be attached to a little baby.
And a lot of people will say that's their hesitation in not fostering. But what I have found has helped me, because I also get very attached to my fosters, especially when they come to me so little and needing so much care, is getting updates from the people who adopt them. Seeing them grow and thrive in their new homes. It reassures that you've done the right thing.
Absolutely. I'm still friends with the people that have gotten the kittens, all of them, and I've forged terrific friendships with these people as a result of the cats.
That is awesome.
So I don't know. It's just that things work. They're just meant to be. I guess they are.
Yeah.
So do you have any events coming up? Any fundraising events coming up in the future?
We do, not that I know of.
Okay.
We do have fundraisers that are posted just about every month for different cats in foster care who are undergoing medical procedures. Buddy will be one of those cats because he'll need an amputation.
Now, if someone wants to donate specifically, because I know sometimes I'll see on Facebook, if you want to donate specifically for say a buddy or similar type situation, you can send a donation in and mark the cat's name. How do you do that?
Yeah, so you can donate directly on the Cat Coalition's website, which is cnycatcoalition.org. You can also donate on our Facebook page. If you donate through the PayPal link, you can make a note for Buddy, for this cat right here, to contribute towards his amputation surgery. Anytime we raise more funds than we need for that specific procedure, the money stays in our med fund, which goes to help other cats in our foster care system who need veterinary care.
Well, I know when I watch it sometimes, because they have the amounts.
Yes.
And it adds up pretty quickly.
It does.
People love animals in this area, and everybody responds. It's not just with the coalition, but other organizations, when they look for donations, people just, Purpose Farm, or one of those, people just, they donate so quickly. They're so generous.
It is one of the best ways that you can help, because while we do get some things discounted to us because we are a rescue doing the volume that we do, it all adds up, and it just doesn't end. So if it's not one thing, there's another sick cat that's going to need our help. So
that's right, and particularly now when it seems that the need is that much greater.
It is.
That much greater with the strays and not getting the animals spayed. just leaving them out. Now, you do have that TNR program, right? You
We
have
do.
different, okay.
Yeah, we have several fosters who focus specifically on TNR, which is trap, neuter, return, or release. And the goal with that is to reduce the overpopulation of the community cats. So we will trap the feral cats, get them fixed, get them vaccinated, and then return them to their outdoor home, making sure that they have adequate shelter and food and water sources, usually provided by the neighbors in that area.
Oh, okay. But these are cats that just are not, they don't work well in a home environment.
Correct, yeah. So these are what we call sort of unadoptable cats. They can be very fearful or aggressive towards people. And a lot of times it may seem wrong to release a cat back outside, but a lot of them live very happy, nice lives outside. They do take community in one another, and that's really the best thing, most humane thing that we can do for them.
Well, like you say, if they can't adapt in a home setting, what are you going to do with them?
Exactly. It's really best to keep them where they're happy.
That's right. That's the best you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first heard about that, I thought the same thing. You're putting them back outside.
I know.
But they are taken care of.
They are, and it's really cool for me that the first few times that I did it, you do have that initial jerk reaction of, gee, this is weird. I'm bringing a cat back outside that was just safe indoors, but you see them return to the community. You see them, daily for food, and they're just happy. They have their friends, they have their family. They're living the best life that they can.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Well, anyways, if somebody wants to volunteer or donate, what is the best site to go to, or the best way to start that?
The best way to get involved would be to check out CNY Cat Coalition's Facebook page or our website, cnycatcoalition.org. Many resources and avenues for you to get involved that way. There's also opportunities to volunteer at the PetSmart locations. If you want to visit and play with the kitties for a couple hours, once or twice a week, that's a great way to do that too. It's great socialization for you. It's great socialization for the cats.
It is nice.
And it's very rewarding.
I know when I go into PetSmart, I can't walk by that.
I know.
I go
It's
down
hard.
all the other aisles,
Yeah.
so I don't see the cats.
Yep.
Because I did get one of my first cats, maybe the second or third cat I got from the coalition.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And I just, like I said, I can't walk by there because
I
I'm
know.
afraid I'm going to go home with another cat.
I get it.
I wish I could adopt them all.
I know.
That's how I feel. I wish I could because I love them all.
The storefronts are really a great opportunity for the cats to meet people and socialize better. And they do seem to get adopted pretty quickly once they're there as well.
Good. Very glad to hear that. Now also, Pet Finder. Now what is that's a website as well?
It is, yeah. So you can, it links right directly to our website, but we will post just about all of our adoptable cats on there as well. So if you're looking for a specific type of cat with a specific personality, you can search on our website there and see all that we have to offer currently.
How many cats do you think are in fosters right now? Do you have any idea?
Within the coalition?
I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot here because you probably
I
it
know
probably changes from minute to minute.
It is constantly fluctuating. I currently have, I think, 17 fosters in my house.
You have 17 cats in your house?
I do, yes. It's crazy.
Bless you.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah. Plus you have a full-time job.
Plus I have a full-time job, yes, because I have
yes.
to be able to take care of these cats.
Right.
It is a lot of work, but yeah, so I have 2 different families of kittens currently that I know of. I have one in my upstairs room. There's 5 kittens there, and then in the downstairs room, I don't know if they're all the same litter, but they came from the same colony outdoors, so we're just trying to get as many kittens off the street as we can to get them fixed and vaccinated and adopted into good homes.
So you think you got them soon enough that they aren't feral?
Yeah, so some of them were more difficult than others. We call those spicy kittens. They're a little bit more mean. They need more socialization. Some of them come and they're friendly right off the get-go, but for a lot of them, especially when they were born outside, they have to really learn that people aren't so bad. So it's up to us to kind of show them that.
Well, I give you a lot of credit, a lot of credit. So you all know if you want to volunteer, if you want to donate, whatever, she gave you the sites, please do so. And I want to thank you, Olivia, so much for coming in today. I hope maybe down the road we can do a follow-up with Buddy so people can see how he's done after his surgery.
That would be wonderful. Maybe he'll be a little bit more energetic. I think we got
Well,
him
he's
his morning
tired.
nap. Yeah.
He's just a little bitty guy.
I know. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you again. I appreciate it. And like I say, let's do a follow-up and see how Buddy's doing down the road, too.
Great.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day, and you too, Buddy. I'm sorry that we disturbed you.
I know. He doesn't seem
am.
disturbed even
I
the
am.
slightest. Thank you.
But anyways, thank you.